periodista me quiere y si no mi amistad se la pierde. Muchos pollos que apenas nacieron ya se quieren pelear con el gallo. Si pudieran estar a mi altura, pues tendrían que pasar muchos años. Y no pienso dejarles el puesto donde yo me la paso ordenando.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the BumCast presented by Windy City Sports Cards. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge. I'm going to baloney, the Southside bum, and Dougie Fresh. And I hope we don't get DMCA for that. That was a
that was long, man.
Banger of an intro, baloney.
I did my homework. I spent about 2 hours yesterday looking up the YouTube creators music, and I found two Tigres del Norte songs, and I'm like, you know what? We might do this every week. Not only Cinco de Mayo, but that was a banger of an intro. I was so happy with myself.
Hell yeah. I thought when you get the roar there, I thought we were going to La Pantera.
Yeah, it was a little bit of definitely different.
A little John Schriffen for your ass.
Yeah. Happy Cinco de Mayo, boys. We said we're gonna May 5th, falling on a Monday. We had to lean in on Cinco de Mayo. So guys, what are we sipping on tonight? I mean, I see Peter, you got some refried beans.
I got my La Preferida refried beans koozie. It's my trusty Modelo. I also got one of these. I've been downing these Humex hard nectars. I'm a big fan of these. I also have a little bit of Tequila Ocho. Shout out my guy, Joey P, the fellow tequila bum. It's been the busiest week of work. It was the busiest day today. Tomorrow is going to be my busiest day of the season. Who knows how functional I'm going to be, because we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and I'm excited about it. We said we have to do it right when the BumCast falls on Cinco de Mayo. While I will preface, I know people in the comments, there's a couple people like, Mexicans really don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's not Mexican Independence Day. That's in September. But when the BumCast falls on Cinco de Mayo, we have to do something about it. So we are doing something about it, and let's have ourselves a show, boys and germs.
Johnny, what do you got there? You had a little pinky drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a tequila strawberry over here. So, got a little salt on the rim. So
that's fancy.
Dougie, what do you got?
I have multiple different Mexican beers. I have a Modelo bottle, and I also have a Modelo can.
I love it.
That's what we call diversity, baby.
I got this beefy boy right here.
Ooh, don't spill.
Yeah, don't spill. So
salute everybody in the comments. You know what?
Yeah,
we might as well get the first super chat out of the way. 199 Gordo. Salute to Gordo.
Cheers, Gordo. I spent 10 minutes squeezing limes with my industrial press. So
are we also speaking in Spanish?
No.
You know what?
Spanish. We might have to speak Spanish here.
There's a spoiler. This is a teaser for when we get to our new segment, Mexican or Mexicans. I might have to ask you guys to speak a little Spanish. That's part of one of the slides, if you will. So tune in for that.
Me gusta.
Like it.
Viva los bombs. Cabrones.
Yeah, there you go, Dougie.
Oh,
Dougie, by the end of tonight, I have a feeling you're going to be the most Mexican out of all of us.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. True.
Yep.
By injection.
Peter, how you doing tonight, my man?
Via ice.
Good. I'm doing good. Like I mentioned, we got to do it big when it's Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, it was a good weekend. I think we're going to talk a little bit of horses, right? I want to ask you guys, when did you all turn into Eddie Ochek? Because I was at work on Saturday, and I know like we all like to do something for the Derby. Jason, you've been doing Derby stuff since I've known you. I just found out today that apparently Dougie bets horses all the time. And Johnny, you always got into it. You guys started handicapping horses better than I've ever, like, you guys turned into Rain Man in the chat on Saturday. And I'm just like, what are you guys talking about?
I said this repeatedly, that for me, the Kentucky Derby is top 2, top 3 betting days of the year. It's Masters weekend, it's the Derby, and it's a Super Bowl. Like those are that's my wheelhouse for betting. Now I'm not a horse guy. I like to do. I don't know who's a mutter, and their mutter was a mutter, and all that stuff. And I don't like to go by just that's a fancy name or anything. Then somebody will throw a name on a horse or bet on a horse if the name is punny or catchy or something. But I try to see like at the stats, like what do they win their last few races? Who's the jockey? Who's the trainer? And take it from there. So I used to go to the Arlington every Derby Saturday. RAP, still one of the best days of the outings of the year. Just sling it. The only time of the year I'll do mint juleps too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone else drinks mint juleps except for Kentucky Derby Day.
Yeah, that's the only day, man. They're too sweet. I do like mint in my cocktails, but they're not my style.
I will say I did like the Kentucky Derby is not like something that I really get excited about when it comes time for it. I may watch it here or there, especially the final race. Started getting a little into it a couple years ago, and obviously, Jason, I know you do like a Derby type of thing almost every year, like an event. And there was nothing going on. I think there was a Sox game. The Sox were playing at 1:00, right, on Saturday. Yeah. Okay, so after that, I was just like, you know what? There's nothing else on. I put out there like after the Derby, I was actually watching Lord of the Rings with Missy, but. Before that, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put it on. I'm just going to see the rest of the races. And you guys started talking about bets. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I might as well just start putting, bets in and some of the races before, the Kentucky Derby actually starts. And I lost all of them. And I was just like, you know what? I only put small bets. It was like $1 here, $1 there. It wasn't that much. But then did a little bit of homework. And I finally was like, fuck it. I'm just going to pick I must have put like 8 bets in the Kentucky Derby. 8 final bets in there, and
in the final race?
In the final race. Yes.
I'm gonna have to bust out the Bernie Sanders meme for horse racing now.
It was in parlays. It was just like I was trying to some of them were, so I shouldn't say that, but
when you some
yeah, but overall I ended up did winning one of them, which was the winner, Sovereign. So I was very excited about that. But I'm looking forward to next year. I started doing the bets when we started talking about, the Masters a little bit more on the podcast. So we all start doing that. I think this whole Kentucky Derby thing's really starting to and finally for myself, I was able to bet because I think the past couple of times I having some issues trying to bet and I couldn't do it. So I think I was a little bit more excited this time. And, I wasn't mush. And, we guys talk about this in the group chat. No mush this time. I actually picked the winner.
Johnny Mush.
Okay. So I raised my hand because I have a question, Johnny. There's 19 horses. What? You had 8 different bets. And I understand trifectas, exactas, it's different things like that. But out of those 8 bets, even if you did pick the winner, did you end up making money off of those 8 bets? Or did you just break even? Or
no, I mean, if like I said, I was only putting like dollars in there, so I think I only won like $5. So it wasn't that much, but it was a winner. It was a winner overall. Yeah, plus, you know what it is too is that I don't know too much about horse racing, and I was learning on the fly over here, so I wasn't going to put $10 or $20 if I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I think I was just playing it smart. I was playing it, trying to see what would be best, and I kept on. And yes, you mentioned Eddie Olczyk. Because he's been talking about horse racing forever, and I gotta trust Eddie O. So I was kept on seeing his picks and all that, and I was paying attention. It's like I was taking notes, and I did get a winner. So I'm all just excited that I just picked a winner in the Kentucky Derby. It wasn't much, but I did end up winning something.
You gotta sprinkle.
Eddie O is a great handicapper when it comes to horse betting. He is unbelievable.
Yeah, I always like to sprinkle. I'll put a couple, bets on horses to win. I'll do some for like win, play, show. I'll throw a box in, an exacta box or something. So I try to do a little bit, but I did win one bet. It wasn't much, but I got me something. So
Eddie O was part of Arlington. Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you a funny story. I actually ran into Eddie O at Arlington one time, and he was in a box that was kind of like kitty corner from me. That dude was housing Diet Cokes the entire time. And I'm not even joking. Probably maybe 12 to 13 races. This dude easily was almost touching 20 Diet Cokes. It was unbelievable, dude. I mean, he was almost going like beer for beer with me with Diet Cokes. It was crazy.
No Jack, no rum, something in the Diet Coke, just straight Diet Coke.
Diet Coke and a little shrimp cocktail.
Ooh, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Dougie, how you doing tonight?
I'm very not happy. I'm not happy. I don't like the way that the Blackhawks draft shook out.
We'll talk about that
a little bit. We'll talk into that a little bit later. But as you guys know, I've been having a little bit of a car issue lately, and it has consumed my life. I don't know if any of you guys have had any type of like car issues where you go to try and claim. I know, Peter, you have to try and claim the warranty on something, and it is just the biggest pain in the ass. And the dealerships are just the fucking worst. They are the worst. I mean, it is Satan's asshole over there. So just to give you an idea, I got my car dropped off on Monday, AAA. Thank you, Joey. I didn't hear anything from them for days besides the 13 calls, 8 text messages, and 3 emails that I got to trade in my car. Nothing to do with the service or anything like that, but just trade in my car. Couldn't get a call back from service. Every time I try and call, it was, oh, this person's dealing with it, yada, yada. Whole bunch of bullshit. So finally, I lose my shit on a salesman when they call on Thursday and get a hold of them on Thursday. And all of a sudden, they tell me that they can't find my car. They lost my car.
How do you lose a car? It doesn't run.
Dude, my car, it does run. It does run.
Okay.
It was just, yeah. So I had to get a hold of Joey. I'm like, dude, do you guys have, he goes, yes, we got photos, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. They drop off, Joey sends me all the photos. I show them the photos. Now they're in oh fuck mode, trying to find my car. They end up finding my car about an hour later. Then they can't find the keys. So now I have to hunt down who the porter's name was that took the keys. I figure it out, thanks to Joey, because it was in the notes, I guess. And they find my keys. And then the dude basically tells me, he's like, oh yeah, we'll get a diagnosis going here in 30 minutes, yada yada. And I'm like, cool, sounds good. He texts me an hour later, and he's like, do I have your clearance to run the diagnostics? I'm like, yes. I'm like, dude, the whole conversation, yes, go for it. So then he's like, cool, I'll text you. He goes, I'll text you sometime before noon tomorrow. I'm like, dude, diagnosis does not take that fucking long. It doesn't. I'm like, it's a
couple seconds.
No, it's actually a 60 to 90 minute process to get it done.
Well, no, I mean, what I'm saying is
it's
like a day. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, anyway, he's like, oh yeah, I'll get it in, yada, yada. Needless to say, they don't end up getting it in for diagnostics till like Saturday afternoon. They get it in for Saturday afternoon. All of a sudden they're like, we're finding metal shavings in the oil, which is a sign of like a catastrophic motor in, thing and everything like that. It's got 50,000 miles on it, this car. It's 8 years old, 50,000 miles on it. I've done oil changes religiously on them, got 8 oil changes done religiously. Now they want every single freaking record of an oil change. It's just a hassle. Like, why, do you have to fight so hard for something that you have? You have, they claim, all these warranty shit, and they're like, hey, 100,000, 10 years and shit like that. And the moment you fucking need it, they try and do everything to discredit and take it away from you. Why do we have to be like that in this society?
Greed.
I just don't get it. Well, here's my thing though, dude. Like, when you go into this whole situation and you're dealing with this fucking bullshit, wouldn't you make more? Wouldn't you get more sales? Like if I'm going, hey man, like I had that warranty and it fucking cashed out. I'd be telling everybody, hey, look what fucking Kia did. Look at this, look at that. But now look at me. I'm talking about them on here. Like if this shit goes south, I already told Peter, I'm like, if it goes south here in the next week, next Monday, I'm doxing the living shit out of this car dealership.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna send them the fucking video. So just wait. So, but anyway, that's how my weekend's going. How about you guys? You guys fucking happy? I'm not.
I
Cinco de
got my
Mayo.
ass. Yeah.
I'll get happier. Sorry, guys. I need to get that off my chest.
No. This is the trust tree. This is where we vent. So that sucks, Dougie.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to a Seinfeld a car dealership with Buddy.
Dude. Oh, yeah. Feel like the Munsters, like they're gonna just fucking pack up and fucking leave. but they want my car
chat.
13
Yeah,
fucking times.
Hey, trade it in.
I've told them. I told them. I was like, yeah, go. I'm like, go ahead and take a look at it. They're like, how soon can you be here? I'm like, it got dropped off last fucking Monday.
We're in the trust tree, Johnny. They made your drink, right? Izzy made your drink, and
Yeah.
I told you guys, this is a tease for the Mexicans. I've never made a margarita. I don't know what that says about me, but I've just never made one.
Let's come over to the bar. We're gonna give you a bartending lesson.
You made a video on it, didn't you? It's
Yeah.
on the YouTube.
It's on the YouTubes.
Whoops.
You
watched
need
I
some
watched
hands-on
it.
experience.
I need reps. I need actual reps.
You need hands-on.
Yeah, it looks like hands-on.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to your basement for that.
You could this could be a shaker. It could be a shake weight. Well, shake weight was like this, right? So
Hey yo.
all right.
Oh my god.
Let's get some fun stuff. Peter, before we do though, we gotta play an ad from our sponsor.
Yep.
The BumCast is proudly sponsored by Windy City Sports Cards, who specializes in buying and selling all things related to Chicago sports. Whether you are a diehard fan of the Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, White Sox, or Cubs, they have you covered with an extensive selection of sports memorabilia and collectibles. In addition to Chicago-focused items, they also offer a vast selection of sports trading cards and memorabilia from your favorite teams and players. So visit their online store at 312WindyCitySportsCards.com to find exactly what you are looking for to complete your collection or discover a new favorite. All right, we got some Sox talk coming up, but before we do, we're going to start off the show with some headlines today. So, Peter, what do you got for us this week, my man?
All right, so first one, this was breaking news as of a couple hours ago. I'll let Dougie maybe be more mad. I don't know if this is good news or bad news. You tell me. It sounds like people are pissed off that the Blackhawks got the third pick into the draft instead of the second pick, which they were projected to get.
Yeah. So technically speaking, the worst pick that they could have gotten out of this whole thing today was 4. So if that puts it into perspective, it really is a battle of like the top 2 guys. The good part is we could have came in 1 or 2. And it really didn't matter because most people are going to take this defenseman Schaefer 1. He's almost positive going to be 1-1, which left us with a really decent center who I really wanted. I think it's Mesa or Messi. I'm not sure how to actually Mesa. Yeah. I've heard people
Lionel
say
Messi.
Yeah, yeah, there he is. Yeah, hurt. He was like the first Shire for. Oh God, I'm so fucking aggravated right now. First, he's definitely going to be like a top, whatever center in the league and everything like that. Once it gets to like the 3, it's kind of a crapshoot. And it just goes wherever. Yeah, how'd those Blues do? Still soaking in.
I was about to say, how was that Blues game? I was enjoying the hell out of my weekend.
We hardly say any bad things about the St. Louis Blues, and but that was a good game 7. It was a good game 7. That was a good against the Jets. Jets went out.
But anyway, yeah. So once you get to 3 or whatever, it's a very like center heavy and wing heavy draft. So once you start getting to 3, Higgins is a decent pick. I wouldn't be mad if they go ahead and take him at 3 for center. But I also wouldn't be mad if they went ahead and traded back and got themselves, even if they don't get themselves draft capital, I would love to see them maybe go ahead and pick up a key piece in draft back. So maybe take somebody off of somebody's salary that might be in salary cap hell.
Like an
and
actual
really,
starter, like a
yes, an actual
a
start,
pro?
whatever. And go ahead and trade it off, and let somebody offload some salary into us that we can take, and and then we can pick up a center later on, and it'll maybe like start jump starting that whole turn for us. I think next year is still going to be like a little bit of a rough year, but we could definitely go ahead and be really close to the playoffs next year, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, I know people are getting pissed. 329 and 34. I don't know how much more you want to trade back down. You already got 3 picks in the top 35. Like you mentioned, if it's a center and winger heavy draft, that's basically what you need right now, because I feel like everything in Rockford and even like the young youth that has already moved up, it's all like defensemen.
It is. We don't need another defenseman. I think last year's draft was like the pinnacle of that. Those guys are meshing really well. Actually, Rockford just took 2 from Milwaukee, which Milwaukee was one of the top division leaders all year long, and they just rocked them and took 2 in Milwaukee. Wouldn't even necessarily. The first game went to overtime. Second game was just a shellacking, fucking 6-1. So yeah, they're really clicking and gelling down there. I do think that a lot of those guys are going to get called up next year. They did send down 4 guys for the playoffs, so I think it's going to be really nice. But yeah, now, whereas last year, Peter, you wanted to go offense, I want to go offense this year. As you see, we don't need any more defense, and I totally agree with that. But yeah, I think if we go ahead and, I'm not saying trade down drastically, but I'm saying if we did like something like a 3 for like a 10, and we can pick up somebody, like I think that would be a excellent move for them. Yeah.
I'm still pissed off. Like, the first time this goes live, we get screwed. We need to go back to the taped, like the taped draft
collusion.
order. Get some
We
good
want
old-fashioned collusion. We got up to the first pick for Bedard. Then we're hoping for some more collusion. Didn't get it. Now we're in 3rd. I don't like it.
That's a weird way they did that too. That system was weird. I was watching. I was setting up the streams and stuff, but I was watching on the laptop, and I didn't have the sound on, so I could just see how they were like picking the thing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had to go online and figure it out.
Yeah, it's super weird. And so, like, actually, like, the Blackhawks, before the last ball was thrown, they had like literally the best shot of getting the first overall pick. And when it didn't come in, the wheels fell off at that point. And like the second pick, we were like the worst odds, of all the guys left.
Well, one of the things that I just learned about this whole draft thing is that I didn't know that if we would have got the first pick, that we automatically, if we were bad next year, we can't get the first round pick anyways. So it's some of this stuff is kind of very odd to me, how the way that they set everything up. And yeah, they should have just went back to the old ways where they want the Blackhawks to be the number 1 team.
Yeah,
you got Carter Bedard.
Last question on the Blackhawks before we move on, because we got a jam-packed show. But the playoffs have been electric. That game yesterday between St. Louis and Winnipeg was unreal. And I had to tweet out there. We had to tweet out there from the main account. We need Blackhawks playoff hockey back. Like, we need air to breathe. Like, I can't imagine how that. I mean, we know how that feels, but it's been like a decade. When are they making the playoffs, Dougie? Are they still another year and a half away, or is it? Yeah, I mean, this is the fucking White Sox all over again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I don't see them making the playoffs next year. I see them being a lot more competitive, being in more games. Who knows? Maybe they do sneak into like one of those last seeds. No, 3 years is no. This guy.
Joey P saying not
Um,
anytime soon. What the
Oh,
hell?
I think
yeah,
he's agreeing with SPF here.
I'm telling you, it not next year, but the year after. Year after is gangbuster.
Do you
That's it.
think that they'll be in the hunt more in the free agency market as well too,
Mhm.
or is salary cap kind of tight on that part for the Hawks?
No, I mean, now's not really there's no reason to spend right now. That's why you're seeing like a lot of the veterans that they're picking up, are retiring. It's just like it's guys that want to get one more year in and yeah, that is the big thing, dude. They are missing a coach big time. And I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I pray to God they don't go Peter Avilet, because if they go that, like I'm off. I'll agree with SBF. If they go with him, it's 3 years. That kid can't develop a young kid to save his fucking life. So out on him. But yeah, I think truly like they shouldn't really spend too much next year because it's just a waste of money. Unless you're gonna pick up a veteran or something like that wants like a 2-year contract and like you're, basically like, getting them for those 2 years, and then that when Jump Street happens, we go. But otherwise, other than that, there's no reason to spend money when you're not going to win.
Good point. All right, next up, Kevin Warren back in the news. Biggest shocker of all time, right? Go ahead. You want to read it, Peter?
Yeah, so he sent a letter to the city of Chicago and the Chicago Park District saying that the Park District has been both non-responsive and slow to correct these issues, and the Bears have not been provided an opportunity to participate in the decision-making regarding which capital improvements and routine maintenance are to be performed. Welcome to Chicago, Kevin Warren. You've been here long enough. You should have figured this out the second you've been here. We've been telling you, and not we as the bums, but the entire city of Chicago has basically told you that a stadium on the lakefront makes no goddamn sense. And I feel like he's finally getting it into his thick ass skull that Arlington was the answer, and it was always the answer, and there should have been shovels on the ground by now. And now with the cost of goods going up, the fucking dumbass Bears are going to be paying an arm and a leg for a stadium that should have been halfway built already. So Kevin Warren, I like that you're playing tough with the city of Chicago now. It's too late, dude. You should have figured that out years ago.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Peter. We were hammering over. Everyone was basically hammering over their head, like with this about, like the Friends of the Park, the city, the aldermen, the corruption, everything was going to be a fucking detriment. And just get out, do Arlington, get it done. They didn't, and now we're years behind schedule when we shouldn't have been. This is fucking bullshit. And God damn it, I'm just mad at Warren for being an idiot with this.
I've never liked the guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a surprise that you hated him from Jump Street. But yeah, that was I thought that was like, oh yeah, it's too little too late. Like it was posturing, basically sending that letter. SPF saying SPF's gonna roll in the money once the Bears come to Arlington Heights. Is SPF an Arlington Heights guy? I don't know why. Maybe this is an insult to SPF. I'm sorry. I always thought he was like a region rat. I thought he was like an Indiana guy. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Maybe I got my wires crossed.
It's gonna be selling those driveway spots.
Okay.
Airbnb.
All right, last one, Jay. This is something that you sent to the group yesterday. I thought it was fairly interesting. So I'll let you run with this one. Here it is.
Yeah, so this is a new movie theater concept coming to Arlington Heights, where it's a panoramic, immersive movie experience. So now you have the movie screens on the left and the right side of you. So instead of just the front, you're like in the front, you're just like all surrounded now. And I'm like, this is a kind of cool thing, but I don't know if it's going to trip me out or not. Like, I kind of want to see like a short movie in this to see if like my dumb brain can process this. Because it seems like a cool, like we say, Peter, you say like we want Cosm to come here so bad, right? That looks super cool. I just don't know if like the screens on the side is gonna make me go like this the whole time.
I just don't understand why this is necessary. Like if I'd rather just do an IMAX, like you don't need to look to your left and right when it's a movie. This would be cool for like you're watching 3 different sports at once. Like Jason, we always talk about 2 and 3 TV setups for a sporting event or multiple sporting events. That makes sense. For one movie, I don't think you need this type of immersive atmosphere. You just give me a big ass IMAX screen.
Yeah, those things with like three sports going on at one time, they're called sports books. But no, here's my whole thing, like that I don't understand about it is like this is all like first person viewing. So like how is any regular movie gonna like translate to this? It's just not. Like it's just not gonna bode well.
Now,
Yeah, you're gonna need
just real quick so I can understand this, is that this is still all gonna be on one screen, like, or like what I guess what I'm looking at it as it's just going to be like individual screens, but it's still going to be the same movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to film it specifically for these type of screens, kind of like how Christopher Nolan filmed specifically for IMAX, or Sinners, the new movie that's out. You know, they specifically format it for different screens. Like, yeah, maybe like a Fast and the Furious when you got like shit going by, but like it just seems very gimmicky.
It seems too busy to me. Like if they have it like kind of like where they have that Los Angeles, I think it's Los Angeles, where they have
Cosm.
Cosm, yeah, where they have it like that, where that would be a lot better. Or like how they have it with the Sphere. I think that would be a lot better, but obviously it seems like that's just like West Coasting, or I think they have that in Texas too, right?
Yeah, but it's different for a sporting event, right? Because like
that's true.
Like the sporting events are cool. So this is Johnny. You're on. Shout out to Missy again. Marg number 2. What do you? My man's gonna be hanging tomorrow.
Oh Jesus!
Got you good. Thanks, Missy.
Yep. All right. So yeah, if you look up in the Assen area, go check it out and report back to us so we know if I should make the drive or not.
Yeah,
I won't. Yeah. All right. Let's get into a little White Sox talk because we gotta get the train rolling here for some Cinco de Mayoing, right? So this was we'll start off with one of the hot stories in the streets. This was blowing up Twitter all day yesterday. Andrew Vaughn getting called out on them streets.
The Twitter streets.
Tyler Osick basically saying Andrew Vaughn doesn't prepare for shit. And I'm not surprised in the least watching him bat, watching him field, watching him do anything. So he's a big Tim Elko guy. We can relate. I'm a big Tim Elko guy. I think we're all coming aboard the Tim Elko train here. So he tweeted, "Let's go, Tim. Deserves a chance to get every day at bats at MLB. He proved himself at every level. Great teammate, great player. Hopefully he gets the call and the opportunity soon." And then he went all in. He said, "I'll tell the truth here. Andrew Vaughn would be out in Arizona golfing, and we would be grinding in Arizona at the facility in the offseason, and he'd show up 2 times per week, dumbbell press 40 pounds, take 20 swings off the machine, show up and hit 250 with 15 bombs and 500 at-bats, then repeat the next year. To me, this was just a slap in the face to all the people grinding to make it, given the keys to the game and took it for granted. Promote Tim Elko." Woof. Bodied.
Not a surprise, right? Not a surprise. If I was in Arizona, I'd probably be golfing too. So I'm not going to blame Andrew Vaughn on that. What I will say is, if he showed up and hit 250 with 15 bombs and 500 at-bats, I'd take that right now. He's been way worse than that. So, yeah, I mean, Tyler Osick, like, he's one of us. But what sucks is he deleted the tweet and probably ran it back a little bit. But it's out there. Once it's out there, it lives in the Twitterverse. So I like it. But no, yeah, Andrew Vaughn, if you're looking for a golfing partner, hit me up.
No, he got close to Montgomery.
He won't hit you.
Yeah, right there in Arizona.
Him and Colson can go golf and not work on their swing together.
Golf swing.
True that. I mean, he's not lying. I mean, what's Andrew Vaughn like? He's been in the league for 4 or 5 years now. It was his
fourth year, right? This is fourth year.
Fourth year.
I mean, at that point, you're kind of like in that Gordon Beckham like chat where, you thought he was going to be good, that first year. And then all of a sudden it just keeps on declining every single year. Like, I just don't see any growth from it. He just, Javier Baez is doing a lot better than fucking Andrew Vaughn right now. And he was one of the worst hitters in the league. And look at where he's at right now. Now he's in a different position. Now he's doing a lot better. But I'm just saying that I don't understand why Tim Elko is not up right now. I mean, what he's at?
Tim Elko isn't up.
He's at what, 10 home runs right now?
Something like that.
He's killing the ball. I mean, he's killing the ball. Like, Andrew Vaughn is not doing anything. So I don't know. I don't understand it. But again, he's not lying when he's talking about Vaughn about his work ethic.
Where I agree with your statement right there, I don't agree with the term declining. I think he is decaying is the correct term. He to decline, you had to have been great, and I don't think he was ever great. And I think
it's a good point, Dougie.
I mean,
you can't regress if you haven't progressed.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be nice here, okay?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Jason, the kids would call that bars. Those were bars. you just
spit hot fire.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, no, we all know why Andrew Vaughn's or Tim Elko isn't up, because Andrew Vaughn's making the money and they're not ready to cut bait on the 3rd round pick. Apparently you can't send them down to work on stuff that would be bad. But I think what, maybe they give him to the end of May to figure it out, and we're all going to be still clamoring for Tim Elko. Like, just give him a shot. But I mean, at worst case, you make him DH. I mean, I know Vaughn's in the field, but I mean, you can maybe swap it out every other day, right? Am I wrong? Put Andrew Vaughn first base every now and then. Have Tim Elko DH. You can platoon him. Find a way. You don't need, some of these players don't need to be on this team right now, taking up DH spots.
I'm just glad Mumphrey's gone. I'm just glad Mumphrey's gone. I'm just glad that they got rid of him, because I could not stand that guy at all.
All right, R.I.P. Penn Murphy. Yeah, Jay, dude, like we said it last week. If you're not gonna like send him down, and they probably won't, you're not gonna DFA him, there's no reason he should be playing every day, right? Give him a couple 2-3 days off. Have Tim Elko first base, DH, spell him with like Jerry O'Sullivan saying Vargas looked good at first yesterday, and there's a lot of first base options right now. There's a lot of kind of everything options right now. A lot of them aren't all that good, but they play a lot of different positions. So it's like you could hide Andrew Vaughn for a while if you really wanted to. The problem is they don't want to.
No. And Vargas looking good, boosting his batting average, 80-90 points, recently. So hey, I'm all in some Miguel Vargas right now. Give him as much playing time as you want. I think what's good about this team too is, and I heard Jesse Rogers mention this, that the difference with this team to last year too is like a lot of these players you can put in different places too. There are a lot of interchangeable parts on this team, so it makes it a little more fun to watch them. But we could put Vargas at first, and you can also DH him, third base him, whatever you want to do. Make it work, So you can find ways to call up Elko and make the roster shift to get him proper at bats.
Yeah, there's flexibility there. There's flexibility.
I'm just glad they're hitting. I mean, when they're hitting and they're scoring big. I mean, they're usually scoring like 7 runs. I mean, it's definitely a breath. I'm not saying like the biggest breath of fresh air, but it's a little gas.
The run differential. I mean, the record's not saying it, but if you look at the run differential from last year,
improvement.
It's a big improvement, right? So when they win, they're winning big, and they lose, not so much. So
they're not getting that killed.
No.
Yeah, Johnny, I think I agree with you that when they hit, they're hitting. The problem is it's not at a consistent enough basis, right? Like, you still got a bunch of guys hitting under like 230, like all of the roster is basically. But when they do put it together, it's fun to watch, and we've talked about that, like how much better it is just eyeball test than last year. I saw a stat. I think this was a couple days ago, but when they win, they are blowing people out, and there's not really a lot of close games. I think they've had one proper save opportunity the entire season so far. That's crazy. We're in fucking May already.
Hey man, we don't have we're just going by closer by committee right now. So do we?
Yeah, but
maybe
the
that's
good thing is you don't even need the committee because
Yeah.
ain't nobody getting the saves.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So I actually have an idea of how we can get Vaughn off the team. Okay.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Velus Jones Jr. What round was he drafted in?
4.
Thought it was third.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Taylor was
Right.
the third, but no,
Third.
Yeah,
yo,
third.
Third.
Jason misspoke earlier. He's the third overall pick. It wasn't a third round pick.
Right.
Did I say? Sorry, did I say third round? Sorry.
Yeah,
Third
So
overall.
if we're going 3 for 3, right? Third overall, third round. I think it's time to fire back up the "Is Andrew Vaughn still on the team" Twitter
Oh.
account.
yes, yes.
It-
Super
it-
too.
yeah.
Super.
Felix and Eberflus.
And Abrams. Yeah.
Jason, you
Fire
still
back
got that
up.
login?
I still got the login. I can change that up.
Fire it up. And you don't even have to say, is he still on the team? Is he still the starting first baseman? Should be the thing. Baby steps. Baby steps. I like that, Dougie. I like that.
It has worked because I haven't had to tweet that many times since the inception of it. It would have been like a week or two, and then they're out. So it's not like this is going on for like a year. We switched it to Eberflus. He was gone like in 2 weeks. So
Telling you.
Fire it up for Andrew Vaughn. Put him with his fucking balding ass head. Make it the worst picture possible.
He's gonna get that John Cena treatment because everybody's making fun
Dude,
of
I
him.
said maybe that's the reason of his woes. We talked about this before. I don't want to, I don't want to be a broken record. But he goes the fucking turkey, get the hair plugs. Maybe he starts hitting like we thought he would.
more confidence. More confidence.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
Or
just
just
DFA him.
DFA, right?
Yeah.
Dom makes
He's got-
makes
He's
much
got a
sense.
point. Yeah, he's got a point.
This Friday, the Sox debuted the new City Connect jerseys, the Reds, the Bulls hybrids, whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
I gotta admit, they looked better in person than they did in the rendering.
They're winning
And-
people over. They're winning people
And I
over.
will say, if they keep winning in them, keep wearing them.
Oh, I was making again. I was the type of person from the last time they came out with the first City Connect jerseys. I didn't like them. I kept on making fun of them, saying that they got it from the Super Mall and all this shit.
Mhm.
And then I was like, you know what? They came around for me that on that time. And I said the same thing with these. I'm like, it just seems kind of silly. Something was just like off with the jersey. I don't know if it was maybe the model that was doing that was wearing it that maybe threw everything off, and that's why everybody was pissed. Because a lot of people that were saying that they didn't like it at first, I saw a lot of people were saying that, okay, I'm coming around with this. They actually does look good. So they actually do look good. I do like the jerseys a lot. I do like the hat. The whole hat concept as well too. I think the hat looks very fresh.
Yeah.
I think that both the red and the black one, and I like to nitpick some things as well too. I like the hat also glossy. I never liked when they changed the batting helmets where it was matte. They changed it to
matte.
matte. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah.
When you're looking at a glossy hat, it's just something that hits different about it. And I think when I was looking at this stuff, it was just like, you know what? This is another good one as well too. Maybe not the same as that OG Southside one, because I think that one's the GOAT for right now. But I think this actually, when I first looked at it, I was very judgmental about it. But I think looking at it now, I think I'm like, all right, you know what? They actually did a good job at this.
The one thing that I have to nitpick about the jersey that I absolutely hate, and I've seen a lot of people comment that they liked it, the championship years, especially on the White Sox side. When you've got those super ass old, like
1917?
1900s, like, dude, like I think that they could have done something different with that, maybe just put like the logos of the trophies or something. But
Yeah, but to be honest, it's on the inside of the back.
Yeah,
collar.
nobody's
gonna be
No
looking
one's
at it
gonna-
too much,
no one's
yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
see
no,
that.
I get it, but I know it's there.
Yeah.
Like
No,
You know
I'll
it's
be
there.
I'll be honest. The Monday that like those leaks came out, I feel like the leaks came out like almost like 6 to 8 weeks ago. We were talking about it,
oh yeah,
and
easily.
we all said it. Dougie, you said it looked like FUBU, and we
Yeah.
said Super Mall and like all these different things. They did look way better in person. on field, I thought they look fucking sharp. So hand up, sometimes, I mean, we like to shit on Jerry and the Bulls and the White Sox because they deserve it, right? Like they've been middling franchises for all of our lifetime, except for a better part of the 90s and one lightning in a bottle year in 05. So that we could complain about all we want. But between the South Side, all of the marketing that the White Sox have done with the giveaways, and now both City Connect jerseys, I think they've nailed it. I think they really have. If the White Sox can do half as good a job on the field as they do off the field, and I'm not talking about like stadium and getting in line, but all of the marketing and giveaways and uniforms and hats and everything else, they'd be fucking awesome. So hopefully, Justin Ishbia gets this shit, turned around. But I really do like these jerseys. I'm probably going to get a hat. The only issue, and it's not really an issue, I saw a lot of people with like, Benintendi, Robert. I'm not a jersey guy to begin with, but if I am buying a jersey, I ain't buying anybody that's fucking current day roster. And like, I think the only other option was Frank Thomas. I thought you might as well do D Rose #1, do a Jordan 2023, do a Jordan 45, do a Rodman 91. You might as well do that and sell them. You'd make so much money.
Pips.
So yeah,
but they won't because that's not a good that they wouldn't think of as a good idea.
Or Jordan's gonna be like, fuck that. No, you can't. You won't. I won't let you.
Can you customize them?
I don't know, but I think like a Rose #1 or a Jordan 23 would be awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, customize.
All right, so they also, good for the Sox, took 2 or 3 from the Astros. I was gonna tweet this out. I may have to stop betting against the Sox now. Now, granted, I know they're not going to win a lot of games, but they're fun to watch. The kids are coming up, and they're not like scoring an underrun sometimes. I mean, James Smith is striking out people. I have to stop betting against them. I have to start throwing some money on them to start winning some games here. I know. Are you guys with me? Are you?
I'm not with you.
Don't bring this
on the side.
Don't get me
Bernie
wrong.
Sanders. He's just
No. I'm just saying. I'm on. Keep betting against the White Sox. This is only their second series win of the year. Like, they've looked better of late, but they're still going to lose an ass ton of games, Jay. So I think you're safe on betting against the White Sox.
No, they're on record. They're on pace to win like 142 games.
Oh, you're doing your gorilla math again?
he's doing the Scott Steiner math.
Yeah, Steiner math all the way. No, not like 100, like 130, 138. They're 140. Yeah, 138 games are on pace for. They're 138.
I love when you do the tweet. And then every so often, there's someone that's like nodding on the joke.
Yeah.
And I love the reply to that.
Yeah. Well, they are currently losing right now to the Royals, but
yeah, our guy Taco was in the comments talking shit earlier. He's a Royals fan.
Yeah, where's he at?
So what I did a lot last year was instead of betting against the Sox, I bet runs and I bet the over. I just kept hammering the over. The over comes in a ton with Sox games. So
that does make sense with the pitching. And now that they're I'm not saying that they're like hitting like the Cubs are, but that's a good idea.
Yeah. And by the way, you cannot make a custom City Connect jersey. And do you guys have a guess for how much the Elite City Connect jersey is?
So Dom's saying you could customize them in stadium, and Sam Reeves said the same thing. At the stadium, you can customize them. I don't know about the Elite or not. I saw people buying them for $200 plus. So I'm not a jersey guy to begin with, but zero chance I'm buying a $200 White Sox jersey.
If you said $200, that would be a deal as of right now on
$270, $280
at MLBshop.com.
$1.
The players version, the Elite jersey is $355.
Get the
who's
fuck
buying
out
the
of
Elite
here.
Like, what's the point of buying the Elite jersey? You ain't going on field. You ain't
You
stealing
might.
bases like
You
Luis
might with
Robert.
the White Sox.
That's crazy.
You look the part. They might make you play the part.
The dugout jacket was pretty sweet. I saw a lot
Yeah,
of
it was.
hoodies, the zipper up hoodie, and then
the jacket looks
jackets.
nice. Yeah.
They're all really, really nice.
Maybe Tim Elko should buy one. Maybe he'll get on the field then.
Boom. There you go.
I'm gonna wait till Super Mall on Pulaski has them for $35.
Jules. The Jules will probably sell them as well too.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any more White Sox notes before I get my farm report here?
That's all we got.
Wrap it up.
All right. Let's get to the farm report, guys. So good news is we got no Colson Montgomery bad stats to look at because he's not here for the time being.
He's on sabbatical.
He's on sabbatical. So again, this is last 7 days. This isn't complete season totals, but so start with our boy Kyle Teel. He's hit a robust 368 last week, 7 for 19 with 4 RBIs. Power hasn't been there, but I like this, the hits. So I saw a report that Corey Lee is starting his rehab assignment next week, and I'm just kind of like, why? Maybe we got Kyle Teel there.
We got Kyle Teel, we got Corey Lee, we got Edgar Carroll, who's been awesome, and Theis has been decent. He's been serviceable. He was really good in the beginning part of the season. Sox got 4 catchers and ain't got no other position players. I was like, leave it to the White Sox to be like, fuck.
If you got 4 catchers, you have catchers.
Yeah, log jam at catcher.
We actually have a true catcher because Carroll is fucking awesome. He's
awesome.
He's hitting like 360, fucking throwing people out, getting on base. He's fun to watch. Like, sign me up. But Corey Lee coming back, starting his rehab assignment. I don't know, like how long he could be down there, but like if Teal's hitting, nearly 400 for the past few weeks, what are we doing here? Just we don't need this. We don't need Corey Lee at this point.
So the problem with them promoting Kyle Teel now is get ready to learn first base, buddy. And then people are going to be like, what about Tim Elko? Well, like we're like at a log jam at all these places.
So what you're saying is we need one of them to learn right field.
Get ready to learn right field, buddy.
Okay, so out of those 4, who would be the best right fielder?
Oh, God, I don't know. Probably Edgar Carroll. At this point, I have faith that Edgar Carroll could do anything.
Yeah, he's doing really good right now.
All right, so Tim Elko this week, kind of a down week for him. He hit 261, 6 for 23, one solo shot home run. So not much going on there except for the bomb. But and his maybe he's regressing as a sign of what's the word I'm looking for?
He's making a
statement. He's making a statement like, I'm not gonna hit on purpose because you fuckers won't call me up.
Hard stance.
Yeah. All right, next up we got the one we've been keeping an eye on lately, Corey Julks. He hit again. He went 7 for 22 with 4 RBIs and 4 doubles. I mean, promote.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean,
too easy. It's too easy for the Sox to do.
We need phantom IL stints from everybody. Benintendi went down with an ankle on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Has there been any news on that? Because I was busy at work.
It doesn't sound like anything too serious because he was still
send
in the
them
game
to the fucking IL. Send them.
Yeah.
10 days. Bring in jokes. Do it to everybody.
Yeah. All right. Let's go down to AAA right now, or sorry, AA right now with our boy Noah Schultz. He had a great start. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks, and for the season, he's at a nice 3.42 ERA. So another good start from Noah this week.
Yeah, I feel like he had right when one of the first farm reports you did, he had like a shaky start. And ever since then, he's been fairly serviceable. I mean, we knew he was going to be awesome, and he has been fairly awesome.
Yeah. All right. So the man of the hour, Hulk Hogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 starts this week, 10 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs across both of those starts with 13 Ks. He's at a super fucking awesome 2.28 ERA for the season. I think at this point you give him another start or 2 and you see what he does in AAA. I mean, he's dominating Birmingham left and right with it at this point.
I just contradicted myself. I lied. If I am gonna get a City Connect jersey, it might be Hulk Hagen Smith. Because this guy's fucking lights out, dude.
Yeah, you might have to, dude. And get a custom mustache, handlebar mustache on there too.
Red.
But yeah, I think Hagen's probably, maybe through the end of the month, give him another,
Just give him another 2 starts and then send him out.
Yeah. I mean, but at this point, 2.28 ERA, it's good. The other guy down in Birmingham shoving right now, Grant Taylor. He went 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs. He's got a crazy ass 0.63 ERA for now. The caveat with that is he's had a lot fewer innings pitched than Noah and Hagen. He's about almost like 10 innings behind, because you can see like these guys are going 5-6 innings. He's getting about 2 to 3 a game, but in the time he's working, sub 1 ERA. I mean, okay, let's see what he can do at Charlotte end of the month, right? Grant Taylor.
In the words of Tadahito, promote. Keep bumping him up the train.
Grant Taylor, he might be future closer if he's going short distances like this. But
yeah, so 3 innings pitched, 2 Ks. I don't know what you've been keeping an eye on more than he. What is like his Caper 9?
That's a good question. I can pull that up in 1 second here, because I had the but yeah, he's only had like 14 innings pitched like the entire year.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, his a 1.12 whip right now, so yeah, I like it. But again, only 14 innings pitched.
We got some dudes. There are some dudes. I mean, that's the only thing we could hang our hat on right now.
And then
Mexico hats, Dougie.
Yeah. And then finally, he just got promoted to High A, and that was we talked about it last week. Braden Montgomery, good first week in Winston-Salem. Tree 7 for 21, 2 RBI and 4 doubles. So good first week for Braden. Keep it up, my man, because Birmingham's calling you. So
maybe that's the Montgomery that's going to come up before
100%. If I'm placing bets like you guys were degenerate horse racing, if I'm placing bets on a horse, I'm betting on Braden Montgomery and not Colson Montgomery.
Yeah.
I did hear a little Colson Montgomery story. Apparently, he was hitting some of the Arizona bars and hitting on chicks. Also struck out.
Oh!
Well, kick him while he's down.
Rough scene.
Damn.
Was it a swinging or a looking?
Probably a little bit of both.
Call third strike, son of a bitch.
All right, so that's my final report. We got a quick super chat from Missy again. We created a wild catcher depth in one offseason. I'm bringing Drink Tree.
Oh boy.
Salute, Missy.
Salute. All right, it's time to get some single mile talk. But before we do that, it's time to pay a bill from our sponsor. The original Chickies Beef and Chickies Banquet is a proud sponsor of the BumCast. Are you trying to find a venue for a meeting or party? Allow Chickies to provide you with the at-home atmosphere without all the hassles and cleanup associated with hosting at your house. Chickies provides a blank slate for you and your party planner to work with. Customized menus are available upon request. Banquet Hall is located right next to Chickies Beef on Roosevelt Road in Hillside. They can host all types of events, including birthdays, showers, and even wedding receptions. Best of all, there is no rental fee. So call Brittany to plan your next event at 630-400-2876 and tell them the Bum sent you. It's time for another HBIC Top 10 list. And for Cinco de Mayo, I am busting out my top 10 Taco Bell items, because what screams Cinco de Mayo more than Taco Bell, guys?
You sons of bitches. I'm filing this segment under protest just because if I don't, I got some family members that are going to be pissed off, and I know they watch. This was a brainchild of Dougie, the white man on the show. So Cinco de Mayo Taco Bell talk, which I do think is going to work. I'm filing it under protest. So carry on, Jason.
All right. I talk about Taco Bell a lot. Unfortunately, I love tacos. I love my taqueria tacos.
Those are not tacos. Those are not tacos.
No, I just said I love my taqueria tacos.
Taquitos.
But I also do love me some Taco Bell.
I do like Taco Bell too.
So I'm gonna give it's gonna be a slideshow. And maybe it might make people a little hungry. I don't know. Because we're using the fancy, stock images here. So all right, let's go by number 10 on my Taco Bell list. It's a classic. It's Nachos Bel Grande. It's great for sharing. But you can throw some customizations on here, and Nachos Bel Grande always seems to be a hit, whether you're drunk or just need a little snack. Big fan of my number 10.
Hold up. You said it's great for sharing. When is people sharing Taco Bell? You're not sharing that. That's a meal.
I'm not sharing that. Yeah.
You buy it when you group order. You buy a couple of Nachos Bel Grande, and everybody has a couple 2-3 picks.
What was that again? No, I never shared a Nacho Bel Grande with anybody.
I also want to say on my list, this isn't just current items. There are some discontinued items in here.
Hell yeah, I like that.
Because a lot of their stuff that's discontinued is straight up bangers. So we're gonna see some.
Please read Sarah's comment.
Wow.
That is 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
One
for
for me.
For the people listening on the pod, Sarah, Jason's wife, lovely wife, just said, by sharing, he means he eats mine.
As true. I make no jokes about that. That is a fact. All right. My number 9 right here. It's a classic, another classic on the menu. It's a bean burrito. Because sometimes refried beans is all you need.
Nope.
No,
That shit looks like the stuff like at a gas station.
That looks like fucking spaghetti in there.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't
That
know
looks
about
like-
this one. I don't know about this one, dog.
the cheese. You can throw some. Like what I like about the Taco Bell app too is you can customize and throw in. You don't have to have just beans in here. So, but the bean burrito, every now and then, it hits a spot.
They went hard on the stock photo on this one.
Yeah, they did.
It's like spaghetti.
It does.
All right. My number 8. It is the chicken enchilada burrito.
That looks better.
I'm a big enchilada guy. This thing is actually a lot bigger than the picture looks. Heyo,
Yeah.
she said. But it is nice chunks of chicken and it's enchilada sauce in there. So this one hits. I'm a big fan of the chicken enchilada burrito.
This is an enchilada. Where's the sauce?
Enchilada burrito. It's in there. You see the red.
A little bit of red.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a burrito too. Okay. Got it.
I like the placement on all this shit. It's basically just a brown napkin.
That also
They got no plates.
that tortilla looks fucking cold as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
It
That's
does.
how they serve it.
Yeah. Wakes up. Tom says, "Is it? Oops, sorry. Is it really chicken?"
Yeah,
Maybe-
go back to Sam's. He says this is what food eats.
All right, my number 7. It's something I don't have a lot, but because I'm never up at this morning. But the breakfast crunch wrap supreme. It's got eggs, it's got bacon, it's got cheese, and it's got a hash brown in it too. It's everything you want.
Yeah.
It's all wrapped
It's
in a nice tortilla. They do the breakfast. It only goes to like 10:30. I'm never up and hungry at that point, so I never really get a chance to go there and get it. But if I was going there up hungry at that time in the morning, I'm getting this.
10:30. I'm having lunch already.
That's true.
But this looks good. Of all the things you've shared so far, this one looks the best.
Yeah. The hash brown's not bad either. That's worse than it. No, I think of breakfast hot pockets. Probably those are like the.
They're both gonna burn the roof of your mouth.
That's true.
Hold up. In my head, I read this as I saw breakfast hot pocket, but in my head I thought of like a pizza puff. If they made a breakfast pizza puff, that would fuck.
Man, I
Yeah.
haven't had a pizza puff in a long time.
Now we're talking.
That sounds good now.
Now that's what food eats.
Yeah.
All right, now this is current items. Now we're gonna make a run. The next
For the border.
The next few here are discontinued items. Good job, Ted.
That was good, right? I mean, come on.
Good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All
I
right.
think the tequila's working, Missy. The tequila's working.
This is my last one because I'm starting to become a little tipsy here.
Yeah, we're gonna go with discontinued items here now.
Okay.
Number 6 was their street tacos that they had recently. So this, I know you're saying
What street? What fucking street? Fucking like
Germany?
Winnetka? Yeah, Germany. Fucking Abbey Road. I don't know what street taco that is.
that's what they
Continue,
called
I'm
them.
sorry.
They called them their street tacos. This was basically like a cheese gordita crunch, but they used like the fried they had like fried cheese in between the shells, and the steak was, I'm not gonna lie, the steak was pretty damn good. But the sauce was what really made it too. So
This is like a fucking hamburger.
they actually used to have a hamburger at Taco Bell.
I believe that.
Yeah, it was like a Sloppy Joe style hamburger, like way back in the day. But these were super small though. These were probably only like that big.
Okay.
So when you didn't order, you got 2.
Chick. You know, it actually looks like a chicken breast that was stuffed with something. It just didn't melt. You know, like just didn't finish.
Yeah, but their street tacos were pretty damn good. The fried cheese really helped too.
I mean, fried cheese is good on anything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that works.
All right, we're going.
Your poor toilet.
It is true. It is true.
Man.
All right, number 5. It's the volcanoes, the volcano taco and the volcano burrito.
I've had these.
Yeah.
I've had these. These were good.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
those.
these
Yeah,
are
those
good.
are good. Those are
Yeah.
good.
I wish these were a permanent item on the menu. That lava sauce is what really made it. You know, obviously you're getting kind of like a Dorito style shell here, but that lava sauce is what made the burrito and the taco what it was. Very popular. Need to bring it back.
Yeah, I agree.
Those were
It made me that taco made me go number 5. It was good.
Johnny's on one now. Johnny's on one. I like
this.
this.
Is good. It was good.
Yep. All right, number 4. Yeah, lava sauce, man. Like lava sauce. But even if you're not going to bring back the volcano taco, make that as a packet, like an everyday packet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or they sell them at like Jewel, like the big
Yeah.
bottles. Yeah,
Make a
sell it there.
Well, lava lamp or something.
All right, we are number 4. The enchilada. It was part burrito, part enchilada. It was discontinued. They brought it back for a limited time, and they sold out of it like almost immediately.
That's like something that fucking Encore would make. You know? Where it's Encore.
Hey, only available in Cincinnati.
Yeah, this thing. We had the story. If you guys go back to a previous BumCast, the BumCast after our Indy road trip, Jason, you told a story about the hotel toilet. This looks like a hotel toilet.
Yeah, and chorito. It's I like it. It's pretty good. It's just basically a big burrito smothered with the enchilada sauce and melted cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong. Maybe it doesn't look appealing, but it tastes good. All right. Number 3 on my list is my final discontinued item. It's the beef nacho loaded griller.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah,
That looks good too. That one looks
These
good.
things slapped. Nacho cheese, crunchy tortilla strips. The best part was on their value menu, so it was like 99 cents.
Yeah, it was $1.
Yeah. So you could get this or the chicken
Those
one,
are
and that would be like a great meal. But I was kind of pissed when they took off the loaded grillers, because those were always like on my order when I would pick up food late night.
Love this one. I loved it when they still had it. That was a good one. I do miss this one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to get the potato version. That thing
Yeah.
slapped.
Ooh, potato version. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing slapped.
Yeah, potato one and the beef one. Those two, and you couldn't go wrong for 99 cents, man.
No.
Yeah. All right, we're on to number 2. Number 2 is the Mexican pizza. It was discontinued. The outrage was there. People were pissed. They brought it back, and then it sold out within a week. That's how now Taco Bell had to keep up with the demand finally, and they made it a permanent menu item again, like 5 years, 6 years between discontinuation.
Yeah.
Now this is the current version. I'm a big fan of the old school Mexican pizza, which they used to throw green onion and black olives on there as well.
Hold on, time out.
I would take off.
Yeah,
black
we've complained about black olives in the past, about bean dip or taco dip, if you will. So I'm on to you. We can't have the black olives.
I would always say no olives, but I did like it with the green onion though.
Green
That
onion.
was
Yeah.
the green onion was always good on there. But yeah, like if you go on their app too, you can throw like 6 different sauces on top of there too. You can get like a jalapeno sauce, like the avocado. So you can do like a bunch of different types of stuff on there. So Mexican pizza is my number 2. Was always a favorite.
The
Now,
funny
part
part.
of Go
No,
ahead,
go ahead.
Dougie.
I was gonna
No,
say
you
the
go.
funny part of it was when after it was discontinued and came back, and the reason why it sold out so fast and they couldn't like produce them wasn't because of the ingredients. They didn't make enough boxes, and there's nothing else that you can carry this thing in. So so they had to wait for more production of the boxes to sell these things.
I
which is
never
funny.
had one of these before.
Mhm.
Looks like 2 tostadas to me. Like
That's what it is.
right? That's it.
So part of my ignorance, I've never had this, and I can't tell by just looking at it. If it's pizza, is it like pre-sliced, or are you eating this whole?
They cut it. They cut it
Yeah,
in
they
this.
cut it.
Okay. So
They cut it.
triangles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They quad it. It's a 4 cutter. So
And they used to not be so lazy. They used to melt the cheese on top really good.
Yes.
Now it's half-assed.
yeah, they give like a 10-second in the broiler, and then you're like, okay, there you go. But I wish I should have found a picture of the old school original Mexican pizza, because that was the one that slapped harder. The new variation, sign of the times, right?
I can imagine it going to like Los Comales or Paco's Tacos and then going to ask them, hey, can you make me a taco pizza or Mexican pizza? It's like,
Well, I've told the story. My cousin and my tío went to Taco Bell and asked for tacos de lengua, which we're going to talk about later.
All right, and my number 1, it's my favorite. It's what I get every time I go to Taco Bell. Cheese gordita crunch. Get me the cheese in between the shells. The ranchero sauce they put on there. Always got to get the extra sauce on there. It slaps. I always throw in onions on there. Sometimes some jalapenos. But the cheese gordita crunch is my favorite Taco Bell menu item. And I don't know. There's nothing better than it. You can debate me on that. But.
No, I usually get that as well too. I like the Dorito Locos tacos as well too. I think that's a good one too. Man, I want my Taco Bell.
If I'm drunk and hitting Taco Bell, I get the Dorito taco inside that for the shell, and that thing hits.
Yep. So that is you can, and also I would say you could actually now buy the Taco Bell cream sauces too, so that you can buy like the creamy ranchero, their avocado sauce, their jalapeno sauce. So they have like their hot sauce and their cream sauces now on the shelves in grocery stores. So you can best believe I have a squeeze bottle of the ranchero sauce.
Crema.
Tacos in the comments saying double decker is always king. That's my only order from whenever I did go to Taco Bell.
Mhm.
I would get the double decker tacos, and then they got rid of them, and then they brought them back, but they changed them to like it's something they call it something different, and they're not really the same. Bring back the double deckers. Maybe you'll get my ass back into a Taco Bell.
So before we move on to Mexican, Peter, you hit me up the other day. Did you end up going with Taco Bell?
We did. We knew this segment was happening, and it was actually Julie's idea. She's like, "Let's have Taco Bell." We hadn't had Taco Bell in a long ass time, and I started firing up the app, and I called you before we even finished the order. I said, "When the fuck did Taco Bell get this expensive? This is crazy." We ended up spending like $40 on Taco Bell. And I was like, what in the hell? We could have gone to fucking Hooters at that point. Which I'm not saying, Hooters is,
Did you Uber Eats
wow.
Did you Uber Eats
No, I picked it up.
Oh, you picked that? Well, that is a lot.
Yeah. I was just shocked. I just don't remember it being that expensive.
Oh.
But I mean, nowadays everything is, right?
Yeah,
I got something to tell you later on about expensive. So
yeah, every time I get Taco Bell for me and Sarah, it's like $24. So, and she don't eat a lot.
Yeah, because you're eating it.
Yeah. She's sharing because you're taking her stuff.
She don't eat a lot by choice because I'm
right.
Hey, are you gonna eat that?
Right.
Ooh, that was good. I should have got that. You want it? Sure. All right, that's my Taco Bell top 10.
That was
good. That was good. That was a good
fun.
idea, Dougie.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna get into our new segment, which we had a debate if Dougie can participate or not, but
You're in. He's got the hat on.
He's got the Mexico hat on. He's in. So, Peter, are we Mexicans? Nope. That is not the.
That is not a Mexican.
That's a Mexican.
That's a Mexican.
That's not even a Mexican. No.
Are we Mexicans or are we Mexicans?
All right. So I know we all had a couple ideas for this. Johnny had some suggestions. I want to thank our guy, our hermano Joey P. I hit him up and I was like, hey, give me a couple ideas for this. I got a couple of his suggestions. But we're gonna start off strong. I want to see your guys. Can you roll your R's? Are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
I'm a Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, there you go. Can you give Dougie? Can you hit me with the chicharrón?
Chicharrón.
Oh shit, he's a Mexican.
Oh.
That was fucking good. Can you beat that, Jason?
Chicharrón. Nope.
No.
Can't roll.
Wow.
Can't roll.
That was good.
Dougie's
Dougie.
gonna out Mexican me by the end of the segment.
I said,
why are they Chewbacca's?
because Chewbacca rolled his R's real good.
I guess so.
That's a bad Chewbacca, my man.
I can't roll.
All right, so that was good, Dougie. Dougie, I am impressed so far.
Thank you.
Question number 2: do you know anyone with a plastic couch? Currently.
Mexican. Oh,
Currently, plastic couch.
No.
Mexican. That was more of a 90s thing. Like a 90s, 80s, 70s.
Our grandmas had a plastic couch until 2015.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
And I got a couple tias on my dad's side that I'm for sure they got a plastic couch. But if you guys are in the comments, you guys can play along. Obviously, no cheating. You're just gonna hit R 15 times and you're gonna roll your R's. But does anybody have a plastic couch? Because that might be.
I know. I had a friend of mine in grammar school. His parents had plastic couches, and that was weird to sit on. But I don't know, and that's the only person I ever known with the plastic couch besides your abuelita.
Yeah, we did the check-in.
Wait, hold on. Does she still? Maybe I haven't paid attention. Are they still on there?
No, they're gone.
They took them off, right? Yeah.
But I mean, they took it off post-COVID. I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's been very recent that the plastic finally came off. Have you ridden the back of a pickup truck? And now this is not necessarily Mexican. This could also be some country hillbilly stuff. So this is not just a Mexican thing. Have you ever ridden in the back of a pickup truck?
Mexi can't. I'm a cab. Get me in the cab.
Wow.
I rode in the back of one today.
Yeah, I mean, for work, I
Yeah.
feel like, even short distances, we're in the same boat, Dougie, where it's just like it's more efficient to just hop on and go down the block or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, Johnny.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Back
mean,
in-
it was
back
like
in,
a couple,
Ano
yeah, a
Campo?
couple times, yeah.
Okay.
Peter, you have?
All over the place, but well, more for work. But even when we go to Mexico, I mean, it happens all the time. You're just going down the block and stuff. You just hop on.
I just literally saw it in my mom's neighborhood like last week. Me and my dad were passing by. We saw like a bunch of kids in the truck. I'm like,
This
oh,
is a
there you
good
go.
story. I teen wolfed in the back of a pickup after an all-you-can-drink party. Isn't it every party an all-you-can-drink party? I mean,
That's
Yeah.
but not a great idea. But I lived. That's a good
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
It's a
feel
tale
good
to talk
story.
about. Yeah. That is
Yeah. Tacos de lengua. Do you fuck with tacos de lengua? Mexican or Mexican?
Mexi can't. Nope.
Yeah, I don't mind beef tongue.
Beef tongue. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
people in the comments, it's basically beef tongue.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but I'll eat it.
I never had it before.
I ain't fucking with tongue. I ain't fucking with brains.
I never had
sesos,
tacos de
sesos,
lengua. No.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest. I had them. I'll probably have them like once a year with my workers. I don't fuck with tacos de lengua all that much either. Like I've had them. They're not my first choice. They're probably not my 10th choice. But
Here's the thing about those. They got to be done right. Because I've had really bad ones where they're chewy
Well,
as fuck.
a lot of the people just fucking like boil it and then just
Yeah.
like
See that?
gently toss it on the like the flat top. And that those suck. So yeah,
they're
you
terrible.
gotta do it right. But I mean, they're few and far.
Hey, if you
between.
eat Taco Bell, you can eat a taco de lengua. Okay.
Hey, you know what, Johnny? That's a very good point. I never thought about that before.
It's probably tongue in the Taco Bell anyway.
Gym mats.
all of them. Yeah, gym mats. All right, so this is a trifecta. I mean, everyone fucks with horchata. I feel like. That's the easy one. But do you fuck with tamarindo or jamaica?
Mexican on the termindo, Mexican on the jicama. On the what? Not jicama. That's not
Jamaica.
Hey, he's trying.
the other one.
I
trying.
appreciate the effort.
He's
That's
trying.
what
Listen. The words are gonna get hard right now. The big beefy boy's gone.
That's a big.
I'm not
that's a
fucking
big-
three over here.
Words are gonna get hard right now.
Dougie, you fuck with tamarindo or jamaica?
Yeah, I fuck with Jamaica.
Cool runnings.
Yes, cool runnings. Yeah, Jamaica, right? Jamaica.
Yeah, jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yeah. I that and horchata. I've never had tamarindo.
Yeah,
Tamarindo.
Okay.
You say it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
never.
people call it tamarind here, but
Okay.
it's not the
What's-
best. I don't like it
What's
either.
that all about?
It's like it's even maybe Joey would probably be better explaining it. It's like I don't want to call it bitter. It's just a fucking weird taste. It's really
Okay.
specific.
Yeah.
You fuck the Doritos one.
Yeah, I don't like the tamarindo.
I don't like the jarrito
I'm-
one either. I don't like the
Jamaica
agua or the,
and the horchata. Horchata is the best. Or
yeah,
how
horchata's
come
the
they didn't put licuado on there as well too?
yeah, licuado would be good. A milkshake.
All
All
right.
right, so we're half and half on this.
Hold on. So people are giving me shit right now. Listen, people know on the sober podcast, I can't speak for shit. These are 8 ounces right here, and I'm just telling you right now, there's no chance I'm pronouncing shit correctly.
You're
Just
blaming you're blaming the tequila for your Espanol.
I'm just saying I have busted ass white boy Spanish to begin with already. So throw in some alcohol, it ain't getting any better.
Just ask him questions at the tailgate. He'll be fine.
No,
He'll be a lot better.
maybe.
All right, I think I know the answer for all three of you guys, but like these are chiles toreados, but any necessarily spicy foods, I feel like everyone fucks with it, right?
Yep, Mexican with the
Mexican. Jason, I've seen you-
capital CAN.
I've seen you eat some spicy ass shit that I wouldn't even fuck with, and I do like spicy food. So you are a Mexican for sure, Johnny. I don't know. I don't know. Are you like a hot sauce or spicy guy?
Yeah, I like spicy stuff, but I don't like it like too spicy. If that makes any sense, like I'll have like I'll have a torta with a jalapeno on the side. You know, that's like a good mixture of stuff. But like I'm trying to think of something that's like real hot that like I probably won't eat.
Like
but-
a Reaper or a Scotch bonnet.
yeah, I don't think I'll have something like super fucking hot that's gonna like it's not gonna like it's not gonna be enjoyment for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing that I just don't like about hot stuff. Like it's super hot and I can't enjoy it. Fuck it. I don't care. It's just not it's just not for me.
I got.
No,
Go ahead, Dougie.
no, I was just gonna say I understand what you're saying. I think my heat level is like habanero. Anything after that, like it becomes like you're not enjoying what you're ingesting because it's too hot.
Yeah,
And you're losing the
yeah,
flavor of the dish.
yeah.
So
100%. I once got dared at one of my old jobs to take a bite into a raw green habanero.
Oh no.
I like hump, and
Yeah.
I ate it,
Yeah.
and then I was my mouth wasn't that bad, but going down, like you just felt it, and then when it hit the stomach, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this was immediately a bad.
Oh,
choice.
you were like Homer Simpson in that one episode where he ate
Yeah.
the chili.
started
You
hallucinating.
had the wax.
Talking to the wolf.
Which sucks. Dom saying ghost pepper. Ghost pepper is just not enjoyable. I don't like. I don't find the need for it.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. Flour tortillas. You guys fuck with flour tortillas? Mexican or Mexican?
Mexican.
So I do, but it's gonna be certain dishes that aren't really like last night I had flour tortillas, but they were like Asian tacos. So they weren't like you know what I mean? They weren't like
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
yeah. So
No,
like depending on the dish, yeah, I will. It's not preferred by any means. You know,
Yeah,
I'm a
Doug, you make a good
guy.
point, Dougie, because if I did tacos tonight,
Mhm.
and I obviously did corn.
Yeah.
Now, when you get Taco Bell, you kind of get flour by default,
Mhm.
you know. So
Not Mexican food.
again, but yeah, no, I don't fuck with flour for regular tacos.
Yeah.
That's really why I don't eat burritos that often, because I'm just not that big of a flour person.
That's a good point.
You grew up in a Mexican family. I've never seen flour at a Mexican party. To me, it's always been corn. The majority's always been corn. You're gonna have arrachera. It's gonna be corn. It ain't gonna be no flour.
Right.
I don't hardly ever have burritos at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Mexican. I don't mess around with the flour tortillas.
Yeah, like if someone's making homemade ones, I got a couple tias that make homemade ones. Beeflo saying the same aunt with the plastic couch used to make homemade ones with a little salt and pepper. They're good. But like if you're out at a restaurant, you got like a steak, you got you got an arrachera or something like that, and they ask you corn or flour. I don't know anyone that's picking flour. And Julie likes homemade flour ones, so I get that, but it's corn 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taco, real quick. Taco asks, "Are breakfast tacos a thing in Chicago?" Yeah.
Yeah, but not as much as in California and Texas.
or it's in
I'll
Texas,
admit
yeah.
that. I love Chicago Mexican food. I think it's better than California Mexican food. Texas breakfast tacos are fucking awesome. And we just don't do that enough in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a mezcal, but would you fuck or drink or eat the scorpion or worm in the mezcal? And I know you guys. We were all at the tailgate with the cicada Malort, so this is very similar. Are you fucking with the bugs in the mezcal?
Mexican and can't. I'll drink it, but I'm not going to eat it. I did bring home a bottle from Mexico with the mezcal with the scorpion in it.
Mhm.
I drank the shit out of that, but I didn't eat the scorpion. And same thing with the worm. I'll drink the tequila, but I ain't biting into the worm afterwards.
But will you drink the worm? Like, will you swallow it like a pill, or you're not?
No, I'm not fucking with.
So that's
not Mexican, but I'll drink.
Yeah.
I'll drink.
Well,
What's
yeah,
in
the
it.
liquor. Yeah, you'll drink
No,
it.
you
But I'm
have
saying
to add the whole
bug.
thing. Yeah, you
I'm
have to
talking
have
about ingesting the bug.
Yeah, no Mexican on that.
So I have done the worm before. I will never do it again. I got so sick. And I'm sure it had nothing to do with the worm at all. It had to probably do with the amount that I drank. But it's just like that repressed memory that every time now I see it, I relate it to being violently ill the next morning. So I can't do it anymore. Have I done it? Yes. Scorpion, I would never do that shit. I'm just like too afraid that they would like didn't take the stinger out or something or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pussy on
I'm
that
not
one.
fucking with it either. I'm a Mexican when it comes to this stuff. And I had a conversation with Joey earlier, and it's not necessarily because of the bug, which I don't fuck with anyway. But most of the time, when there's a worm or a fucking scorpion or any type of bug in it, it's really shitty liquor.
Shit
Like
tequila.
there's it's not even tequila. It's only mezcal or an agave
okay.
spirit.
Okay.
You can't put bugs in tequila and call it a tequila. But
Sure.
like,
Okay.
so it's typically shitty stuff. So that's why I'm not fucking with it, because I'd rather have some decent fucking liquor.
G4 dropping worms.
Before dropping worms, yeah. All right, do you nap?
Mexican all day, baby.
That's the wrong answer. This was a setup, Jason. I'm sorry. This motherfucker has been giving us a bad rap for decades. This fucking statue. This fucking guy is the reason the lazy Mexican stereotype exists. I don't know any Mexican that naps. If I fucking nap, my dad's kicking my ass at 40 years old.
Yeah.
This was a setup. I'm sorry, Jay. You guys fuck with nap?
No siesta for me.
No siesta. Johnny, you nap every once in a while? A weekend White Sox game or something?
Here or there, I might do it, but I don't do it often. I can't. When I was younger, I would take naps for some reason. I don't know why. I can't do it anymore. I'm always up. You know, if I'm up, I'm up. I can't take naps.
I napped yesterday.
There you go.
Love it. I love it.
Jose's in the comments saying taco naps like a toddler. Team no naps. Some people nap, some people can't. I've just never been. I've never been able to nap. Like I barely even sleep. But yeah, that was a setup, Jay. I know you're a napper, but this
That's
fucking
right.
statue, every time I see it, pisses me off. All right, those are my questions. Those were my Mexican.
I
I think
three.
there was a lot of good. Okay.
I got three here. And these are not Mexican related, but they're just general ones. Mexican. First one, new baseball time rules. Mexican, the 999.
Yeah, Dougie, you smoked it in like 4 innings. I think I could do it. I think I could do it fairly convincingly before, a 2 hour. And I mean, what's the average now? Like 220, 225?
Yeah, like I was
maybe even
like 230.
maybe a little shorter than that. I think I could still do it. I haven't tried it in a while. I probably shouldn't for health reasons. But if you're challenging me, fucking 999 and 9 it up.
I could drink 9 beers easily.
The beers isn't an issue. I think it's
the beers. Yeah, I think it's the hot dogs on the other
I'm
hand.
with you, Johnny. I could do the 9 beers. The hot dogs would trip me up that quickly.
Yeah.
I think I'm a Mexican on that one.
Yeah.
With the speed, with the new pitch clock.
I had the idea that I threw out to you guys. I want to do the Harold and Kumar challenge, but during a baseball game.
Oh, you want the White Castles?
Yeah.
What is it?
Like it's 30 White Castles, so it's a crave case. And
I don't think
I brought the it's
yeah,
30,
mentioned. Yeah,
30
that's too
yes, 30 White Castle hamburgers, 5 orders of fries, and then 4 large Cokes.
yeah, see, I think the Cokes would trip me up, and the fries. They are the biggest dog shit fries in all of fast food. White Castle fries are
And they're the thick crinkle cuts too.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna carb you up too quickly.
Yeah.
All right, my second one. At our current age right now, Mexican, can you do a 24-hour day? Like be awake for 24 hours?
Dude, that's a great question. So I watched the Robbie Barstool May the 4th live stream. He did a live stream for Star Wars Day, and he was up for 24 hours live streaming. And I thought I could probably do it. Like I could stay up for 24 hours for sure. Like we've done it for snow plowing and things like that. So
By
I have a
yourself?
feeling by myself, yeah, I think I could do it. But I thought it would be fun to do a 24-hour live stream where we all take shifts. So we all take like 6-hour shifts or something like that. And then like, but I enjoyed that live stream. And I thought, yeah, I think I could do 24 hours for sure. Like it's just because of work. Like I'm just used to staying up, for
long
you know,
periods.
For long periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah, the longest I did during a snowstorm was 36 hours.
Woo.
But you're doing stuff. You're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
around,
that's the
you're-
thing.
yeah.
Like if you're
That's-
just sitting down, I feel like, and Jason did say it, in our age, like,
Yeah.
can we pull it off? Because if you're sitting down, I don't like. Are you drinking? Are you having something? Like, what are you having along that way? I feel like I could do the 24 hours if I'm hanging out with people. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
that's probably the only way I could probably do it. If I'm doing it by myself, forget it. I won't,
Yeah.
there's no way.
You get bored too quickly. You have to
Yeah.
keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right, and my last one too. Mexican or Mexicant at our age, can you do a 14-hour drinking marathon?
Yeah, I
That's like every fucking whiskey at
Yeah.
Comiskey.
Yeah, I guess I guess do it. Yeah.
I mean, it's yes and no, because I think I timed it recently where it's I think it's more of like between the 10 and 12-hour mark now, unless you're going home and continuing to drink.
The day for opening day, Jose and we did the karaoke after opening day. That was a mission. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think this one's easier than the 24-hour thing. But like, yeah,
The
not
thing
proud
is-
of it, but yes,
The thing is, like, just keep going, because once you stop or have
Yeah.
a little pause in the action, like literally that drive back to Peter's house from opening day almost crushed me. It almost crushed me because you get that lull to where like you're not drinking and you're kind of like losing that edge. Once that happens, you're fucked.
Yeah,
So we muscle.
Yeah,
through it.
you have to. I think another thing too is you have to have the right people with you to keep
Yeah.
the things going that
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're gonna drink with them. Because if it's like, all right, I'm kind of don't want to I kind of want to go to bed at this point.
Oh, it's the
Like,
vibes, 100%.
Yeah, the vibes have to be good too. So
100%, Johnny. Yep, and I'm Mexican on that one. I can't do it back to back anymore, but I can go a good 14, 15-hour
Yeah.
shift if I have to for a day.
it's our job.
you guys fuck with menudo?
Yeah, I'm Mexican in that.
Yeah, Mexican. I mean,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
menudo, especially after a bender. It's life-saving.
Yep. All right, that was our first ever Mexicant. We have to bring it back for Mexican Independence Day.
September.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back.
September
I'll bring it back.
16th.
With that, time to bump some people, guys.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
All right, it's our listener bums and MVVs. First up is Brendan. Stout season is back, baby. My 2-year-old is bum of the week for keeping me up till 4 a.m. this morning. Took a
Whoa.
half day today just because of him. I can't relate because I don't have kids, so I'll let you guys.
Yeah,
Take that one.
dude. I started off with this one because last night, Scarlett had a bloody nose like at 4 a.m. that just wouldn't stop. Julie and Scarlett stayed up. Like we were getting worried where like it wouldn't stop to where it's like, all right, we got to call somebody or something. This is a crazy ass bloody nose, but it did stop. But they stayed up like way later than normal. So like Julie ended up calling and didn't start work till noon, and Scarlett stayed home because she didn't sleep. So yeah, this happens and it sucks. But I like that he bummed his 2-year-old. I'm not bumming Scarlett, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it happened to me on Saturday into Sunday. Yeah, like Hunter went to bed super late for absolutely no apparent reason and then woke up super early the next day for no apparent reason. So, yeah, it happens and it sucks when it does. I mean, it fucked up my whole weekend.
Oof. That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna keep it moving here. Next up, the Sockside Boys, MVB, the person who thought of handing out cigs for the Dick Allen bobblehead. That was,
That was
you know
good.
what? I'm happy the Sox listened to the people because when they announced that bobblehead, everyone in them Twitter streets was like, cigarette.
Yeah.
You gotta have the cigarette. And I think they had only 1,000 of them. They didn't get it produced with it, but they had the little stand, and it was like they announced like first come first serve if you want your cig. So shout out for the Sox for pivoting on that thanks to the outcry. Bum of the week, my garbage man for not picking up my yard waste bags. That's a separate truck, my man.
Yeah.
Garbage can't do that. That's a separate truck. You have to call your service and be like, "Where's my lawn people?" Because that should start April 1st, and if they're skipping you, that's a problem.
Yep.
Correct.
Brutal.
Next up, Jerry O'Sullivan, MVB, my friend PJ for organizing his birthday outing at the Sox game Friday night. We had a great time, and the Sox for winning that game. You know what? We got offered tickets for Friday night. We couldn't make it, and that's a game that they ended up kicking ass on. So always happens. Maybe I'm mush. Maybe I'm a mush with the Sox because games I go to, they fucking lose. So
I think we got to keep up with our records. I think I'm 1-2. I got a losing record this year.
I think I'm even. I think I'm 3-3 right now.
Home opener is my only win this season. So
yeah, I think I'm 1-2. I got to check.
And it's bum of the week, the weather for not picking a lane. It's spring enough with the cold. I know. Like this week, it looks like we're gonna have sun all week in the 70s. Finally, spring seems like it's here. Let's have some good baseball weather finally. So
good work weather. It's been bullshit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, I started off the morning like I had some pozole going for dinner tonight, and I was like, this is going to hit so hard when I was walking out of the house because it was cold and windy. I'm like, this is going to be great. By the time I got home, I was like, it's hot as shit.
Sweaty.
This is going to suck.
Shout out! That's a real Mexican making caldo or pozole in the dead of summer. That's some shit my tias would do.
Right.
All right. Next up, we got King S MVB. I don't know. My wife, I guess, couldn't think of anything. That's a good one.
Yeah.
When in doubt.
Yep. Bum of the week, me for missing my MVB's bum of the week submissions for the last couple weeks. Hey, we're all big accountability here, so we appreciate you recognizing that you've been absentee for the past couple weeks. Don't let it happen again. Taco MVB Peter for that badass promo announcement. Love the Spanish. That was a good. That's why I said, Peter, you gotta do the promo this week because you nailed it. So
thank you.
Good job.
Shout
And bum of the week, the Canelo fight and the White Sox go Royals.
What's
I
the
think
score?
we had a couple.
I think it was 3-0.
Yeah. I think we have a couple more of the Canelo fights, so we'll talk about that one in a second here. MVB playoff hockey. Oh, sorry, Jose. MVB playoff hockey and the White Sox for not embarrassing themselves this weekend. They might be a fun bad team to watch. I said it. I might have to stop betting against them. They're fun to watch now. Taking 2 of 3 of the Astros, which one of those wins was a good old fashioned rain called win. Can never have too many rain call wins. And I was joking when the Sox went up in that inning and they went up 5-4. I was like, that's it. The rain, too much rain. Call it. Bum of the week. Garcia Canelo boxing weekend was horrible. Yes, it was. I think we got one more with that as well. Joy P, MVB. Ositos tap for an awesome experience yesterday. That was good. Sorry for forgetting to put that date in my calendar, Joe. Apparently, 2 bottles of wine will make you forget to put stuff in your phone.
You came in hot. You came in hot in that group text.
I wasn't upset.
I was kidding. I
wasn't mad. I just when he said that, he's like, "Yeah, I told you about." I was like, "Was this before or after the 2 bottles of wine?" Don't remember that. And bum of the week boxing. The sport may never be great ever again. So many bad fights on Friday, Saturday. Now we have to see this Basura in June. Why is Joe giving me a fuck out of here?
Then he said LOL.
Yeah.
He also gave you a bruv, and I said bruv. Getting bruved by Joey P is worse than getting paled by Dougie. Joey P's getting more aggressive, and I kind of like it.
Okay, but listen, I forgot to put that date in my calendar. Apparently, he told me about it. I forgot to put it in. Also, Joe, follow-up text. Are we still good for tomorrow? Are you coming? Where are you at? I got nothing. You just apparently you invited me and then said "fuck you" for if you show up or not.
No. He
If-
wouldn't do that. Come on.
If we're asking about accountability for Sam Reeves about the bums of the week, then we got accountability on Jay's part as well. Oh no! Now we're getting mean. Now we're getting mean. This is some.
He's basically good ass tequila right now.
Yeah, Joey P's on one.
Yeah.
All right,
the boxing is
yes.
bad. I stayed. So we had
terrible.
something at my parents' house. It was my sister's birthday, and then they were celebrating Julie's birthday as well. I watched a fire game with my dad, and I'm like, all right, let me stay. We'll watch the Canelo fight together. It was so goddamn bad, and I knew it was bad when the guy was just running Skull or whatever his name is, School. I left like 4 rounds in, and I watched the rest of it at home because I was like, this is not worth it. Yeah, man, boxing's. I'm borderline calling it dead. I think people would say it's dead already. It was bad, man. It was bad this weekend.
Yeah. All you have to do is Cinco de Derby or the Cinco de Mayo weekend fight, but put some good shit on from going forward, right? Finally, Mailman Jack, MVP, Lubab for coming around and hitting, fielding, and base running. I can't keep up with the free car washes for all the stolen bases at home games. I didn't know that was a thing. Free car washes?
I didn't either. Is this like when the Bulls score 100 points, you get a free Subway sandwich or Taco Bell taco?
That car wash is going to go bankrupt at this point.
We're doing car washes for Luis Robert because that's like one of the only things he's doing is fucking running, fucking stealing bases.
Car wash would 100% banked on a groin, hamstring.
Yeah.
It was like free car washes for everyone, and then oh shit, he's healthy this year and he's stealing bases at almost a clip a game. So
Jack's gonna be like fucking peeling the paint off his car so many car washes. I do like that screen on his car though. That's a big ass screen. That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And then finally his evergreen bum of the week, my next door neighbor to the north. Yeah, fuck that jag off. Oh, I feel like we need the story.
A little bit more of that.
We need the tea on that one, Jack.
We need a little bit of a backstory. We need to talk about this neighbor. So maybe next week, maybe please.
Gas and wash gives a free car wash for any stolen base by the Sox during home games. Oh man, they were really banking on those lower body injuries.
Hold on, where do I got a gas and wash near me?
Any stolen bases? Does it have to be from a Sox player?
Yeah,
during a Sox game. Yeah,
that's fucking funny. All right, our bums MVPs. Let's go, Johnny. Kick us off.
Yeah, so my I do have an MVP, and I'm gonna MVP Pete Hand for I couldn't make the game on Saturday. I really want one of those Dick Allen bobblehead, Dick Allen bobblehead ones, and he actually got me once, so I do appreciate it. And he actually gave it to also tag team partner MSS for storing it. Hopefully, he didn't sell it. So
he had those posts going all weekend, man. Your bobblehead might have been sold for $65.
No. I was texting him. He helped out, so I got MVP both of those guys for helping me out on that. My what a bum is gonna be. I'm not gonna dox this particular taco place, but I haven't had tacos in a very long time, and I was like, oh, let me go. It was around lunchtime, and I went to go get tacos, and I don't know, maybe you could probably bump me too on this afterwards when I tell you about this, but I got 3 tacos, and I sent the text to you guys. I got 3 tacos, onions, cilantro, and cheese. And then I got a big horchata. I got the grande one. So when I looked at what the price was, I was just kind of shocked because I'm just like, this seems very expensive to me for tacos and a big horchata. And I had to send it to you guys to see, like, maybe I was a little bit wrong on this. I'm like, maybe it is around that amount. Some people were saying, or some of you guys were saying $15, $18. 3 tacos and the grande horchata was $22.
No meal.
No meal. There's no rice. There's no beans. 3 tacos, and the horchata. The
Yeah.
I was gonna
baked
say,
horchata.
I could maybe make an argument if you got the meal, but a la carte tacos and horchata,
Yeah.
that's like $16 max.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to break everything down about all this. It had to be like $14 for the 3 tacos. Even the stuff that was extra
Yeah.
shouldn't be that much. Where
The cheese.
They smack you on that cheese sometimes, dude.
I
Like
just
$1.50 or some shit.
It should be 50
Yeah.
cents. 50 cents for cheese should be the upcharge.
yeah luckily when I ate those tacos they were good. So
They were
hit?
good.
All right.
They were-
All right.
they were
they-
good. So
Were they worth $6 a taco?
no, they weren't worth $6
Okay.
a taco. But I could have went to Cermak, got my own tacos that they cut up. They cut up the taco meat themselves, and I could have just done it. I could have made a batch of tacos versus just a 3. The fact that Jason, you're right. The fact that it wasn't even a dinner and it was $22
That's
is
crazy.
insane for that amount.
Yeah.
You got
So,
tariffed.
bum of the
You
week.
got tariffed on tacos.
I got tariffed. I got tariffed by my own the culture and all
Got
that.
them TTs.
Fucking
Got them TTs. Here of tacos.
The most expensive tacos.
Expensive.
Beautiful tacos.
extra cheese. The cheese ain't free.
Right, exactly.
But it's the best cheese.
Wisconsin cheese.
Have the Mexicans pay for the cheese.
Yeah, taco. It was fucking. I probably was unicorn meat.
Unicorn meat. The magical unicorn meat.
See, so I'm not
No,
like
you're
blowing smoke.
in
Like,
the right,
that
Johnny.
was-
You're in the
yes.
right. You're in the right.
But you
Yeah.
probably should bum me for just like not even like asking him like, why is this fucking $22? Like I probably should have said something at that
No,
time.
like
like,
at that point, you
I
got.
was fucking hungry.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have
I'm
paid
not
for
gonna.
it.
Yeah, I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna go and be like, fuck this. Like I was hungry. I wanted tacos, but I'm just like,
That's how they get you. They'll be like, "How hungry are you?" Like, they're gonna start charging you based on how hungry you are. Oh, starving? $22. Are you a little
they
hungry?
got me. They got me because I paid it.
It's like ordering an Uber surcharge on your hungriness.
All right, Peter, you're up.
All right, so I'm glad you MVB'd Aloha Mr. Hand. I'm assessed. I also got a Dick Allen bobblehead. Our guy Jose
okay.
Darkness went to the game and he said, "Hey, I got an extra bobble. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sign me up. I'll take it." I'll get you a 12-row Modelo, or we'll trade some booze for the Dick Allen bobblehead. But now I gotta find that cigarette. I gotta make my own because they only made 1,000 of it. I'm gonna have to
make their own cigarette.
I'm gonna have to figure it out because I want to put it somewhere back here, but I want the cigarette with it. So I'm gonna have to DIY something.
I was wondering if they were selling those cigarettes online, like on eBay yet.
That
I
would be
saw
fu-
one.
That would
I
be
saw
funny.
I saw someone asking like $40 for just a cigarette. What the fuck?
Was my section.
I'll buy
That's-
a carton of. I'm gonna buy a carton of real cigarettes. What the fuck?
the fake cigarettes worth more than the real cigarettes. It's awesome.
Yeah. So shout out Jose. I know he listens. He listens the next day. So thank you for that. Another quick MVB is the MCU. It's back, baby. Jason, you know this. Thunderbolts was freaking awesome. I really liked it. Julie loved it. I think there was some topics in that movie that were really good, hit home for a lot of people, but it was just a fun ass movie. We haven't had many of those in the better part of a whole phase of Marvel movies. We're gonna probably bring back the MCU review. We said we want to bring back the MCU review before Doomsday hits theaters next year. So we got a lot of homework to do, but we're excited about it. So we got our MCU mojo back. The Thunderbolts was a good movie. I recommend it to everyone. You guys want to hit me up in the DMs? We could talk about it, but I enjoyed myself watching that movie, and I'm like, fuck yeah, we needed one of these. We needed a W like this, Jason.
Yep.
It
So
was.
I saw Julie put up that this was the greatest MCU movie of all time. Now, the one I always put up in the pedestal was Thor Ragnarok. I think that was the greatest MCU one to me. Now I've heard. I think a Thunderbolts has like a 93% of Rotten Tomatoes, or it's really
It's
high.
got really good reviews. Really
Yeah,
good.
so I heard it's really good. So I do want to check. I definitely want to check it out and see. So, I heard a lot of good things about it, and I do want to check it out. So, I'm just a little confused about the whole.
I don't think it's top. I don't think it's like it's not Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War. I don't think it's that level.
I'm not putting it there. No, yeah, that's why I
It's
said
right
Thor
underneath.
Ragnarok.
It's
Yes,
if
yes.
it's not S tier, it's just like the A tier if we're doing those type of things.
Yep.
So
Okay,
I
okay.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
And
want to check it out.
maybe that's a little bit of recency bias because the other ones have been so ass.
Because
for the
Phase
better
4 has
part
been
of-
so terrible. and
Yeah. So
Most of Phase 5 too.
but I'll transition to my bum of the week is whoever's doing the marketing for Thunderbolts because today I'm not gonna spoil what they're doing, but if you go online and you look at the new marketing for Thunderbolts, they basically give away the end of the movie to try to get more people into theaters. And I just think the movie came out on Thursday. You got to give people more time than 4 or 5 days.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I even thought like next weekend would have been fine. A full week or like 7 to 8 days. Because if you're a fan of those movies, you're gonna see it, right? Jason, you go like opening night every week.
And this
like,
is why
every
people
time.
ask me why I
And
go on Thursdays. And this is the reason why I go Thursdays is because you're gonna have some idiot spoiling it Friday morning or something.
And if we don't have time to go Thursday, I'll make sure to go either Friday or Saturday and just stay off that part of the internet. And I think I'm okay. But when it's not some idiot online spoiling it, it's the own marketing team doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's bad, man. Like you got to have some sort of like read the room a little bit.
I think maybe when I was I think that was the next transition I was going to say about that movie was that when I was looking at this stuff and they keep on putting like the new Avengers on that.
Oh, Johnny.
Well, yeah, just you
No, I mean it's what the fuck are you talking about? It's everywhere.
I know.
Peter-
I was
Peter
really
knows no
gonna say what it
spoilers.
was. Yeah, they
No,
changed the title of the goddamn movie in their
No,
own marketing. Yeah, you're right.
I'm
You're
sorry.
Right, you're right.
I'm not spoiling
everywhere.
it. They are. They're spoiling it. Don't put this on me because this is confused. To me, this is confusing because I'm like, what the like? Now I guess it's maybe more of like, all right, now I want to see it more because I'm just like, I want to understand why they're putting it out there because it's just it's confusing the fuck out of me. I'm like, what are you talking about, new Avengers? Yeah, don't put this on me. They've been putting this all over the place. Okay, so
But
screw you
yeah,
guys.
regardless of the spoiler or not, I think it's worth your time to go see it. So if you're a fan of the MCU, it was very good. So that's my MVP, but also my bum of the week.
All right, I'm up. I'm gonna go next. My MVP is Yumper for giving us his tickets and stadium club passes for Wednesday's game. And we go up to the stadium club because I wanted to have Sarah try some of the new sandwiches that they came out with this year in Stadium Club.
Yeah.
So at transitions to my bum of the week, Stadium Club and their pricing. $21 for a Reuben, $21 for the All Pro, $20 for an Italian sub. As much as I wanted her to try these, I refuse to pay $20 for a fucking deli sandwich.
$20. You could buy 2.5 pounds of meat at Jewel or wherever you buy your meat. You can make,
Hey, you guys
20 sandwiches for that.
just share it. You guys will be fine.
That's crazy.
If you get it's cut off, but the foot long hot dog is $15. The foot long hot dog is cheaper than a Reuben or an Italian sandwich. I mean, like at this point, the Stadium Club has jumped the shark with their prices. They don't even offer, like when you go up there, like the same amount of like beers and everything that you can get in other stands. So what is the incentive to go up there besides it being fancy and exclusive and indoors, so you're out of the elements? Because this stuff here, I'd rather go down and get a foot long hot dog or some nachos or some Polish or something and spend a third of or half the price, right? This is ridiculous for deli sandwiches. So
I'm kind of curious to see how many people are actually buying this stuff as well too.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I'm just like, they're probably putting up these prices. I don't go to Stadium Club that much, maybe once a year or whatever. But to me, I'm just wondering if like when the people who are going up there who like have the stadium club passes and are they buying this every single time they go up there? Are they trying something different? So I'm just that's where I'm wondering where the prices are coming in. Is that who are they getting a good amount of people that are actually buying this stuff?
So I agree with you, and I that's what I fear is like turnover rate on that shit too. Two things that I want to point out. I've been saying this for a couple years now. There's too much corporate cash up on the club level. Like it's just corporate credit cards that are being thrown around and shit like that, and
That's
especially
true, yeah.
in the stadium club to where the prices don't really fucking matter. The other point that I want to make, and when I saw this photo and it was in the group text and it went super crazy and I was way late to it and I couldn't comment on it. The most egregious thing on that whole thing is a bone of beef sandwich for $17. An Italian
Yeah.
beef for $17.
crazy.
That is egregious. And the fact that they use, I mean, I understand Bona Beef is a sponsor, but if I was Bona Beef and I saw that they were selling my sandwich for $17, I'd be livid. I really would.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
No, you know what? You're right. To your point, Dougie, it probably is a lot of corporate cards now and everything.
Yeah.
So it makes no incentive for the average fan to go up there because why are you going to spend that much money to go eat there? It doesn't offer you any benefits besides being out of the elements,
Right.
you know, for if it's cold or rainy or anything like that. Because the beer selection is shit. The
Yeah,
drink
it used
selection
to
you
be
can
awesome.
get, the bar selection you can get at Jack Daniels or Stadium Club. So what's the incentive of what does the Stadium Club offer that you can't get something better in the stadium?
But I think that's the thing is that how many times is the average White Sox fan going up there unless it's like a business like type of like Dougie, you hit it on the nail. If it's like more of like a business type of like, expense or corporate or whatever the case may be, like they don't care what the price is. So like even if you're like going up there maybe once or twice out of the year and you do want to try something like let's just say you get another chance to go up there for Stadium Club again. Are you gonna not try it at least once before the year just to see how it is? Like I feel that's kind of what other people are doing is that when they get that opportunity to be Stadium Clubs, like, hey, why not? We're living this
here.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're here. Might as well. Yeah, when in Rome, might as well just get it.
Yeah.
I know it's expensive, but it might be the best fucking sandwich I ever had. So I think that's the thought process when they put up these type of prices up there is that they're
We've been indoctrinated with $15 beers for the past 20 years.
Taco, I love you. This is the most salient point he's ever made. Like, yeah, like we're complaining about $20 sandwiches, but it's like a round of $15 beers. We're buying 4 at a time.
That's just because we're indoctrinated, man. We've been paying $12, $13 for beer for the past, 20 years, and now they make it even more convenient with throwing the tip in the machine there, so it makes it even more expensive.
Yeah. All right, so what are you doing? Are you doing a $21 deli sandwich, or are you doing $22 tacos with Johnny? You got to
I'll take the $22 tacos with Johnny.
I ain't doing fucking either. I'm sorry.
I mean, you did one.
You did.
I know, but that was because I was fucking hungry. I didn't pay attention at the time. I'm just like, that's fucking on me. I'm the bum. But I'm not gonna. Usually, I don't even really eat at the Sox games in the first place, either
Julie
because we're having our tailgates or I'm making sure I'm eating before the game. Like I usually do not eat at the Sox games at all, even though it has to be something that I have to fucking be like, I definitely need this or I definitely need to try this stuff. But for the most part, I'm not eating at the Sox game because the prices are just ridiculous. Even the beers are too, but man's got to drink,
That's true. Man's got to drink.
At least a couple times a season, I have to get the Cuban sandwich. I have to get that. That's a staple every year. I got to at least have a few of them.
I'll make you a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah,
Jason, you had it. I saw you post it, and people were complaining. I've heard stories that like they're not the same as they were a couple years ago. I need a report on the Cuban sandwich.
I will say the bread was a little different for me. And I think that kind of maybe what tripped people up with it. the meat was still good. I'm not going to complain about that. The bread seemed a little different. But I also said that I went Thursday day game, so maybe I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that not the same cook.
You're not getting the high class Cuban sandwich.
Yeah. So I need to try it like on a packed Friday or Saturday night and see how it slaps then, because that was a cold Thursday game,
Right.
and I'm thinking they probably do not give a shit about the Cuban today.
Bring out the Thursday day game bread.
It's like fucking 5 days old or something.
But dude,
how much was a Cuban?
I think it was still like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
it was.
All right, so it's still it's $10 cheaper than the deli sandwich upstairs.
Yeah. But and then also a hot dog with grilled onions. I have to have one.
That's what me and Julie do.
Yeah.
Like, if we're at a game together, we'll grab a hot dog with grilled onions. That's just like almost like
impulse.
I was gonna say
I think I don't know if like. And I don't know if we got any season ticket holders in the chats, but I remember one game I went to. It was like the last game of the Sox season. It was a last home game. I'm sorry, and they were giving out $1 hot dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's like that. Like that's a good thing. Like I remember eating 5 hot dogs that one game.
999 challenge that day. Then.
Hey, that's a perfect time to do it.
Whenever they have extra food, they do that. Not even last game of the season. Sometimes they'll start slashing prices like last homestand, just because they want to get rid of all the food.
Yeah.
All right, Dougie, take us home.
All right. So as I told you earlier, my bum of the week is car dealerships. So I don't need to go further into that. But next week, if they don't give me what I want, a workable car, then I start telling you what car dealership it is. MVB. I know a couple people already said it, but the NHL playoffs. NHL playoffs every year after year, they seem to produce, and they just some of the best entertainment. Whether you got a team in it or not, I would love nothing more than to have a team to root for, but I don't. Just phenomenal. This year seems to be a little bit above and beyond. Beyond that, I want to MVB the players that play with injuries. I believe it was one of the Tampa Bay Lightning players, and I sorry I don't have his name, but the day after they disclosed all their injuries, he was playing the entire series with a broken leg.
Oh shit!
So
Mankata would never.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, dude, it's just unbelievable what these players play with and everything like that, and just a phenomenal series. All of them, pretty much. My last MVB goes out to the teachers. It's Teachers Appreciation Week this week, and I want to go ahead and MVB them. They shape America. They shape all of our future and everything like that, one kid at a time, and it's a real thankless job, in my opinion. It's very underpaid. They're very undervalued, and they work with a lot of misfunding. And I just think that they deserve more than a week, and everybody kind of gives them their roses on this week and everything like that. And I think teachers need to be appreciated a lot more. So
well said, Dougie.
MVB teachers.
Hell yeah.
Well said. Final super chat of the night, Jer07. Great show tonight. Salute. Thank you, Jer. Always love having you chime in for the comments. Appreciate you. All right, that's our show. 2 quick announcements. Make sure you guys RSVP for our tailgate May 24th and for Southpaw's birthday tailgate June 8th. Thanks to everyone who's RSVP'd so far. But yes, make sure you get those RSVPs in. Those are going to be approaching your calendar very, very quickly. And everyone else, yes, thank you for joining us. For everyone who liked, commented, super chatted us. It's a great Cinco de Mayo show. We're all a bunch of Mexicans at the end of the day. So
even Dougie. Yeah. Roll that R one more time.
R.
Chicharrón.
Hey.
Good night, everyone.
Don Ramon.
Huevos rancheros.
Ramon.
Reza.